Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing Tea Street. Today's mug says, I am with you always, Matthew 20:28. I thank folks who send me coffee mugs and buy me coffee mugs. I thank you because it keeps my coffee game, my coffee mug game fresh. So I appreciate it. This morning, I'm going to jump right in. Today's topic, stop deconstructing others and start constructing you. One of the quotes that's in my book, every now and then I go back and I read my quotes and I'm like, Dad, T, that was pretty good. One of the quotes that I was reading yesterday said, if you want to be happy, spend less time deconstructing others and more time constructing you. Stop deconstructing others and start constructing you. One of the things that I don't have a lot of time for or energy for is talking about negatively in negative ways other people, putting other people down, because that's a deconstructive mindset that I want to deconstruct who other people are. I want to tear down who they are. But I don't have to tear anyone else down to elevate me. I don't want to stand on the rubble of someone else's life to be taller. Oh, that was good, T. I like that one. I don't want to stand on the rubble of other people's lives to be taller. Instead, what do? I spend my time focusing on constructing the best version of T. The first question I ask myself is, T, who are you? When I was lost and confused, I didn't know who I was. And so I had to ask the question, who am I? And so I sometimes write down who I think that I am. I write it down. The first thing I always start with is, I'm a child of the Most High God. And that makes me excited. Good morning, Elijah. Man, I saw your post and it broke me down. Um, I'm a child of the Most High God. That's the first question that I ask me. Because if I'm spending as much time on me as I should, real talk, we don't have the time to deconstruct other people if we are laser focused on constructing the best version of us. It's important to develop a healthy self concept. What are the characteristics that make TT? What are the abilities that I have that are unique to me? What are the things that I value? What are the things that are my non negotiable? Because those are my values. And it is from that place of my values that everything else emanates. Because what I know is whatever is in my heart, which is where my values are formed, comes out in my actions and in my words. Both. It comes out in my words. And good morning, Katina. It comes out in my words and my actions. So part of this development of your self-concept comes from the things that make you unique. Really, you're talking about personal branding here. What are the characteristics, the abilities, and the values that make you you? Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Miss Brown. What are those things? The next thing, what are the social influences that have shaped you? Do you know that who your parents were and who your siblings are and who your social circles and your work circles, they all have some influence on who you are. They don't get to dictate it, but they certainly influence who you are. And so you got to ask yourself, have there been things in my life that weren't healthy that I need to get rid of based on the social influences that help to shape that part of me? All of us have some influences that are not our own. Good morning, Erica, that are not necessarily things we were born with, but things we were socialized into. And so it's important to know what those things are. When I realized that when I was younger, I was socially influenced to think that success meant money. I really did. I was climbing a social ladder when I was in my 20s. I got a good corporate job, y'all, because I went to college because they told me that Black people go to college to make money so that they can break the cycles of poverty. And so I thought that that's what success looked like. And it wasn't until I took a $55,000 pay cut to go work with kids and felt fulfilled that I understood that success wasn't about money. And I understood the quote by Marion Wright Edelman that said, don't work for money because it won't make you happy or save your soul. I was like, whoa, I understood it more fully. But my social influences, including my family, had told me that the whole goal of life was to be successful monetarily. The next thing you've got to understand and do is make an integration and a synthesis of your whole self. Part of my past is absolutely influential in who I am today, my present, and it influences where and how I move forward into my future. But I want all of myself to be integrated, which is why I don't run from my past, which is why I stand firm in my present, and which is why I dream big about my future. All of those things creates integration and synthesis, so that we're not living a double-minded life. We're not walking around with, multiple personality disorder, not diagnosed. I'm just saying, being facetious right here and saying sometimes we walk around with, oh, this is my past and I don't ever want to focus on that. And this is my present, but I'm going big places. You know what? My past absolutely prepared me for my present. Because I was so messed up as a juvenile delinquent, I'm able to be highly effective in working with young people. And you know what? Those young people dictate what my future looks like. And so I'm really, really clear that there has to be some integration. And finally, a recognition that working on me is an ongoing process of evolution. There's a song that I love. It's called Self Love, and it says, I've been working on me. I had to learn to love myself. Can I just be real honest with you? It's a process every day, and an evolutionary process of getting up and constructing the best version. It doesn't happen one time. Good morning, Dee. Good morning, Jackie. I appreciate y'all coming on. It doesn't happen just one time. The process of constructing the best version of the amazing T Street is an evolutionary one that happens over and over and over again. But I can't ever get there if I spend all of my time deconstructing other people. Y'all, the world is too busy for us to speak negatively about others when we should be really building us up and not tearing other people down. I had a quote at the beginning of this that I like, y'all. I'm going to give it to you. It said, I don't want to stand on the rubble of other people's lives to be taller. Ooh, I'm the amazing T Street, but you know what? There's absolutely positively nothing amazing in me. There's not in each and every one of you. So today, spend some time constructing you, not deconstructing others. Have an amazing day.